Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. The head of the World Trade Organization, WTO, has said a food crisis kicked off by the Ukraine war could last for years if there's no intervention. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala told the BBC that African countries could be hit especially hard by wheat and fertilizer shortages. Millions of tons of grain are sitting in warehouses and Ukrainian ports unable to be exported due to the war. Ukraine is a major global exporter of wheat, contributing up to 9% of the global market. It also accounts for a massive 42% chunk of the global sunflower oil market and 16% of the world's maize. Because of gridlock due to a Russian blockade of Black Sea ports, wheat shipments remain stuck in Ukraine while global grain prices surge. And the White House expects the next round of economic data to show elevated inflation. U.S. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre made the disclosure today. Now, she said figures to be released at the end of this week are likely to show more evidence of high inflation. Ms. Jean-Pierre said the war in Ukraine is also expected to have some effects on core inflation. And oil prices jumped over 2% to hit a 13-week high as U.S. demand for gasoline keeps rising despite record pump prices. There are expectations that China's oil demand will also increase, and supply concerns in several countries drove up the market. Brent futures rose $3.01 to settle at $123.58 a barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose $2.70 to end the session at $122.11 a barrel. The U.S. currency is being traded for an average $154.34. $123.84 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar and $192.59 for the pound. It's costing an average $167.05 for the euro. And finally, the JC index advanced by 4,027 points today, while the junior market declined by 32 points. Among today's advancers were Portland JSX, MPC Caribbean Clean Energy US dollar shares, Paramount Trading Jamaica, Sterling Investments US dollar shares, and the Trans-Jamaican Highway US dollar shares. While on the losing side were CAC 2000 9.5% cumulative redeemable preference shares, Iron Rock Insurance Company, Stationery and Office Supplies, Dolphin Cove, and JFP. And that's the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. Have a good evening.